Namaste, my dear children. A warm welcome to you all for our today's period. Children, in our previous periods, we were discussing about an article written by Srimati Vijay Lakshmi Pandit, The Best Advice I Ever Had. Okay, you have understood that Srimati Vijay Lakshmi Pandit got the best advice of her life from Mahatma Gandhi ji, and the advice was no one can harm you except yourself. Okay, Vijay Lakshmi Pandit says that this advice of Gandhiji saved her in many situations throughout her life. Already we have understood about two situations where Vijay Lakshmi Pandit was helped by this advice of Mahatma Gandhiji. In our today's video, we are going to discuss about another situation in Vijay Lakshmi Pandit's life where she was helped by the advice of Mahatma Gandhiji, that is, no one can harm you except yourself. Children, before starting our discussion about that third situation, I would like to have your attention towards the second or another important thought of Mahatma Gandhiji, about which we have discussed in our previous video, that is, means are as important as the end. Okay, you have understood that means andre illi. You have understood means andre the way which we adopt to achieve the goal, and end means our goal. Okay, always to achieve the goal we will have two kinds of ways. One is the right way and the second one is wrong way. Always we have to adopt right way. What happens if we adopt wrong way to achieve our goal? So, if we achieve the goal by adopting wrong way, so that result will help us or it will keep us happy for the time being. In the short run we will be happy, but in the long run, in the future, we will be there in the problem. It will leave us in the problem. And another thing is, by adopting wrong way, if we achieve the goal, the satisfaction will not be genuine. Okay, we will not feel satisfied. Our conscience, our atma sakshi will ask us, okay, neen madid sari illa, it tells us, okay, the you whatever you have achieved, for that you have not taken, that for that you have not adopted a good way. Our conscience, it will tease us, neen madid sari illa. Okay, that is why children, to have genuine satisfaction, okay, we should adopt the right way to achieve the goal. So with this, we will start our discussion about the third situation in Mrs. Vijay Lakshmi Pandit's life, where she was helped by the advice of Gandhiji, no one can harm you except yourself. Children, open your textbook, have a pencil in your hand to underline the difficult words and to write the meanings there. So far we have discussed up to paragraph number 16. Now I will start with paragraph number 17. His words have helped me retain perspective even in small matters. Many women, I imagine, share with me a recurring nightmare. Someone important to you is coming to dine. The guests have arrived. It is time to eat, but there is no dinner. You wake perspiring, relieved to find it is only a dream. So, children, underline these two words. First one is perspective. Second one is recurring. And also you underline this third word, perspiring. Okay, let us know the meanings of these three words. So here children, perspective means point of view, okay, or outlook. Then recurring means children repeating, and third one is perspiring. Perspiring means sweating, bevarodu. Okay, so we will talk first about the nightmares. You know the meaning of nightmare, no? Nightmare means ketta swapna. Okay. So when we have ketta swapna, okay, when we have nightmares, we will wake up perspiring. ಹೆದರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಒಂಥರ ಬೆವರ್ಕೋತ ನಮಗೆ ಎಚ್ಚರ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. We will wake up perspiring. Okay. So let us suppose, we will take an example for you children. Okay. So let us suppose that you have an examination. You have your annual examination in the next week. You have made lots of preparation. Okay. So then after making preparation, you go to the examination hall. The day of examination comes, you go to the examination hall. The supervisor comes there and he gives you the question paper. You just check the question paper and you find that you have forgotten answers for all the questions. Okay. And you wake up perspiring. Abba, okay, it was a dream. You will feel relieved. You will feel relaxed, right? Let us go for another example, children. Again, let us take the same example of examination. Okay. So again, we'll suppose that you have annual examination, your annual examination in the next week. Okay. Monday, you have your maths exam. So throughout the whole Sunday and Saturday, you have worked out hundreds of problems. You have made very good preparation. You went to examination hall. Supervisor came. He gives you the question paper and you see that it was not maths exam and it was your science exam, right? What do you feel? You'll feel very much afraid. You'll be frightened, right? So you wake up perspiring, ಬೆವರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಎದ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀರಿ, and you feel relaxed because it was nightmare. Okay, it was ketta swapna. So for Amma, what will be ketta swapna? For Amma, what will be the examination? So Ammanige, what is the examination for Amma? Ammanige examination andre, when the guests come to the home, she has to serve them the best food. If she serves the best food, then she will feel relaxed, relieved, and you can say that your Amma has passed that exam, right? So ಅಮ್ಮನಿಗೆ ಕೆಟ್ಟ ಸ್ವಪ್ನ ಏನಿರಬಹುದು ಹೇಳೋದನ್ನ ವಿಜಯಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ಪಂಡಿತ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಗ್ರಾಫ್. So with Vijayalakshmi Pandit, many women, okay, they have shared the recurring nightmare. So some important guests have come to the home, okay, and the time of dinner has come. Amma went to the kitchen and she found that nothing is ready. No food is ready there. Then she wake up perspiring to find it a dream, a nightmare, and she feel relaxed. Okay. Sometimes children, these types of situations come in our life in reality. So Vijayalakshmi Pandit is telling about one such situation. Okay. So she says that type of thing happened in her life really. In reality, she faced that type of situation. So let us see in the next paragraph. But recently, it really happened to me. My guests of honor, the Prime Minister of Great Britain and Lady Eden, could hardly have been more important to me, High Commissioner for India in the United Kingdom. I had planned everything meticulously, from the menu to the color scheme of the flowers and the candles. When the guests had arrived and drinks had been passed twice, I signaled the butler to announce dinner, but still we waited. When for the third time drinks came round, I excused myself and ran downstairs to the kitchen. Okay, children, underline meticulously. Then also underline second line there. Could hardly have been more important to me. Okay, so let us know the meaning of these two words, children. So here hardly important means most important, and meticulously means, children, carefully. What is the meaning of meticulously? Meticulously means carefully. So Vijayalakshmi Pandit was serving as the High Commissioner for India in United Kingdom. Okay, so during that time, one day she invited the Prime Minister of Great Britain and his wife Lady Eden to her home. Okay, so they were very important. They were the most important guests for her. Okay, first of all, this person was the Prime Minister of Great Britain, and second thing for which they were very important guests for Vijay Lakshmi Pandit was, see, Vijay Lakshmi Pandit was serving as the High Commissioner for India in UK. She was representing whole India, and if she commits any mistake in treating those people there, so the reputation of India would be lowered. That is why that situation, it was very important for Vijay Lakshmi Pandit. Okay, the guests were very important for Vijay Lakshmi Pandit. They were the most important guests for her. So she had planned everything meticulously, very carefully. She had planned. She had planned about menu, what should be served. Okay. Then she had planned very meticulously about the color scheme of flowers and candles. Okay. So what type of flower pots should be there in the entrance? What type of flower pots should be there in the kitchen? What kind of candles, okay, should be used? So about all these things, she had planned very meticulously, very carefully. Okay. Then what happened? The guests came. The guests came there. Then for the first time, drinks were served. Then for the second time, again drinks were served. And this Vijay Lakshmi Pandit signaled her butler. She signaled her servants to serve the food, to announce the dinner. Okay. Then after that also what happened? The butlers, the servants, they brought, what did they bring, children? They brought the drinks only. Now, Srimati Vijayalakshmi Pandit got tensed. She excused herself and she went to the kitchen downstairs. ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಕಿಚನ್ನಿಗೆ ಹೋದ್ಲು, ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. Okay. Then what did she find there? That let us see in the next paragraph. Okay. So it presented a shocking sight. In one corner stood a frightened little kitchen maid, in another the housekeeper. At the table sat my cook, waving a ladle and singing, beating time with his foot. His eyes were glazed, and he was far away in some other sphere. The table was littered with pieces of chicken. My knees felt too weak to support me, but I asked in as normal a voice as I could command, why isn't the dinner ready? Okay. Now underline these words. First one is made. Second one is waving. Third one is ladle. Then fourth one glazed. Fifth one littered. And last one knees. Okay. So first one made, waving, ladle, glazed, littered, knees. So let us know what do these words mean. Okay, so let us know, children. So here I have written maid. See, M-A-I-D maid, M-A-D-E maid. M-A-I-D maid means helper. M-A-D-E maid is the past tense form of make. Past tense and past participle form of make. These are examples for what, children? Homophone. Then comes your waving. What is the meaning of waving? Waving is moving your hand like this. Okay. So when you say Tata, you are waving your hand. You are waving your hand now. Got the meaning of waving, no, children? Moving your hand like this. It is called waving. Then comes ladle, children. What is the meaning of ladle? Ladle means a large sized spoon. Okay. Then glazed. What is glazed, children? Glazed means blank or dull. Then comes littered. Littered means make untidy with large number of objects left lying about. Okay. So ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ವಸ್ತುಗಳನ್ನ ಹರಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ we can see that the things were littered. Okay. So ಏನಾದ್ರು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹರಡಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ we can call it as the things were littered. What the meaning of littered, children? Okay. Then afterwards, after littered, you have a word called knees. Knees. What is this? Not knees. It is knees. K is silent here. Knees means joint between the thigh and the lower leg in human beings. Namma malakande. Okay. So joint that joins our thigh. Namma tode matte kelagina leg anna ಕೂಡಿಸುವಂತಹ joint ಗೆ we call knees. Malakande. Okay. So you got the meaning of knees, no? And another knees you have, children. I have written it here. N-I-E-C-E. Niece. N-I-E-C-E. Niece means the daughter of your brother. Okay. Daughter of brother, sister. Okay. So daughter of brother and sister are called what, children? Niece. N-I-E-C-E. Again, K-N-E-E-S niece, N-I-E-C-E niece are example for what, children? Homophones. Okay. Then let us see. Okay. So when Vijayalakshmi Pandit went to the kitchen, it was a shocking sight for her. What did she see there? So in one corner of the kitchen maid was standing afraid. Sikapate ಹೆದರ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾಳೆ. And in another corner of the kitchen, the housekeeper was also standing. He too was afraid. Okay. So her cook, he was sitting at the table. He was sitting at the dining table, waving a ladle in his hand. He was singing something. He was passing the time. Okay. So the chicken was littered on the table. Table ಮೇಲೆ ಚಿಕನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹರಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿತ್ತು. ನಮ್ಮ ಮನುಷ್ಯ, ನಮ್ಮ ಕುಕ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದ? He was sitting ladling. He was sitting waving a ladle. Sorry. He was sitting waving a ladle in his hand. Okay. Then he was singing something. His eyes were glazed. Okay. His eyes were glazed and he was there far away in some other sphere. ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವುದೋ ಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಂಚಾರ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ. Okay. So he was completely drunk. He was there in drunken status. So ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಪಟ್ಟೆ ಕುಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ. He had not prepared anything. So now her niece, Vijayalakshmi Pandit's niece, felt too weak to control herself. ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಬಾಡಿನ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸೇ ತಪ್ಪಿ ಬೀಳೋ ರೀತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ the guests were very important for her. So there was the guests of the day were the Prime Minister of Great Britain and his wife. Okay. So Vijayalakshmi Pandit felt very much bad. She was afraid. Then she controlled herself and in a very low voice. Okay. She controlled herself and she asked, why isn't the food ready? ಯಾಕೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಅಡಿಗೆ ರೆಡಿ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ? Why isn't the food ready? So what was the answer of our cook? Let us see. But it is ready, madam. My cook chanted already. Everybody sit down, sit down. See, nothing is ready. The cook told, it is ready, madam. Elladu ready untu. Sit down, sit down. The cook told like that. Then what happened? I was furious. It was on the tip of my tongue to say, get out. You are dismissed. When I thought of the counsel that had calmed me so many times, if I lost control, I would only hurt myself. Okay. So Srimati Vijayalakshmi Pandit was furious. She was very angry. She was about to say, "Get out, you are dismissed," to her cook. Okay. So these words were at the tip of her tongue. Nalge tudige bandittu, but she remembered the counsel of Gandhiji. That is, no one can harm you except yourself. So she understood that if she lost control, she only would hurt herself. That is why Vijayalakshmi Pandit calmed herself. Then what did she do? That we will see in the next paragraph. Okay. So I pulled myself together. Let us get something on the table, I said. She controlled herself. Okay. And she pulled herself together, means she controlled herself with all her energy, and she told that let us prepare something. Let us keep something ready. Let us get something ready on the table. Okay. Then let us see what happens next. Everybody pitched in. The food served wasn't quite what the menu described. But when I told my guests what had happened there, sorry, but when I told my guests what had happened, there was a chorus of surprise. If this is what your cook gives you when he is drunk, someone exclaimed, what must he provide sober? Okay. Again, you underline the word chorus, children, here. So, chorus means, so imagine that the main singer is singing, and behind him, a group of singers are repeating the lines the lines sang by the main singer. So, we can say that that is chorus. Okay. ಗುಂಪಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ವಾ, ಮೇನ್ ಸಿಂಗರ್ ಹೇಳಿರುವಂತಹ ಲೈನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಗುಂಪಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ, ಗುಂಪಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡು ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ವಾಟ್, ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್? chorus. So in group. So here everybody pitched in, means everybody, when Vijayalakshmi Pandit told that let us get something ready on the table, everybody pitched in, means the housekeeper and the kitchen maid, they joined and they prepared something and they served the food to the guests. Then after that, Vijayalakshmi Pandit told her guests what had happened in the kitchen. Okay. Then there was a chorus of surprise in group. There were many people. So there was a chorus of surprise. Everybody in group, everybody were surprised. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಪಟ್ಟೆ ಆಶ್ಚರ್ಯ ಆಯಿತು. And someone told, okay, so one of the persons exclaimed that if your cook can serve this type of food when he is in a drunken status, okay, what he would serve when he is sober. Okay, ಕುಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾಗ ಇಷ್ಟು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಫುಡ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಇನ್ನು ಅವನು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿದ್ರೆ, ನೆಟ್ಟಗಿದ್ರೆ, what type of food he will serve? Someone exclaimed. Then what happens? So the relief in my laughter must have sounded a little hysterical. My perspective restored, I realized that a dinner party, however important, is not the pivot of existence. Okay, children, underline pivot of existence. Here, pivot of existence means the main cause. Okay, the pivot of existence means the main cause or the center of existence. Okay, so when the food was served, when everything went right, Vijayalakshmi Pandit laughed in relaxed mood. Okay, so the way in which she laughed, no, it might have, she says that it might have found or it might have sounded hysterical to others. Okay, what is the meaning of hysterical? Okay, here hysterical means, children, crazy. ಇವಳಿಗೇನಪ್ಪ, ಏನು ಮಳ್ಳು ಹಿಡಿತು, ಈ ರೀತಿ ನಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಳೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸಿರ್ಬಹುದು ಬೇರೆಯವರಿಗೆ. I was relaxed that much because she had handled the situation ಕೇರ್ಫುಲಿ. ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಪಟ್ಟೆ ಕಷ್ಟದ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಬಂದಿತ್ತು. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಅವಳ ಮರ್ಯಾದೆ ಜೊತೆ ಹೋಲ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದ ಮರ್ಯಾದೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. If she couldn't manage the situation properly, if she couldn't serve the proper food to the guests, the reputation, the very reputation of India would be lowered there in front of the Prime Minister of Great Britain and his wife, Lady Eden. So she had saved, okay, she had managed the situation very carefully. Okay, that is why she felt relaxed and she laughed, and she says that that laughter might have sounded hysterical, crazy. Okay, then she realized that, okay, the dinner party, however it may be important, okay, but it is not the pivot of existence. Ade ಬದುಕಿನ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಅದೇ it is not, that is only, that is not important. Important thing is to handle the situation, to manage the situation. Okay, that Srimati Vijayalakshmi Pandit realized in that situation. She kept herself calm. She did not lose her patience. She did not lose her control. Okay, she acted very carefully. She handled, she balanced herself, and she managed the situation there. That is why that skill is the pivot of existence. It is not the dinner party, however it may be important, whoever may be your guests. Okay, it may be Narendra Modi, or it may be someone else, it may be your famous cricket player, or anybody it may be, but the pivot of existence is the way in which you manage the situation. Okay, then let us go for the last paragraph of the lesson. To retain a sense of proportion is as important as being able to keep one's heart free from hatred. For all of us, no matter what our work, the advice Gandhiji gave me is meaningful. No one can harm you but yourself. Okay, so Srimati Vijayalakshmi Pandit is saying that whoever it may be, okay, whatever type of work we may be doing, for all of us, what is more important, what is very meaningful for all of us, it is the advice given by Gandhiji, that is, no one can harm you except yourself. No one can harm you but yourself. You only can harm yourself. Okay, for every difficult situation in our life, okay, for every difficulty in our life, we blame others. ಅವರಿಂದ ಹಿಂಗಾಯ್ತು, ಇವರಿಂದ ಹಿಂಗಾಯ್ತು, ಅಪ್ಪ ನನಗದನ್ನು ಸರಿ ಟೈಮಿಗೆ ತಂದು ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಮ್ಮ ನನಗದನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿಗೆ ಹೋಗೋ ಟೈಮಿಗೆ ಹೀಗಾಗೋಯ್ತು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ವಿ ಬ್ಲೇಮ್ ದ ಸಿಚುಯೇಷನ್, ವಿ ಬ್ಲೇಮ್ ಅದರ್ಸ್. ಸಮಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಬ್ಲೇಮ್ ಡೆಸ್ಟಿನಿ. ಯಾರು ಸಿಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನನ್ನ ಹಣೆ ಬರನೇ ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನನ್ನ ಹಣೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೀಗೆ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡುಂಟು, ವಿಧಿ ಆಟ. ವಿ ಬ್ಲೇಮ್ ದ ಡೆಸ್ಟಿನಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಬಟ್ no one can harm you except yourself. If you balance, if you have the sense of proportion, in your prayer song, Kalisu Guruve Kalisu, you have a line, ಸೋಲು ಗೆಲುವಿನ ನಡುವೆ ಸಮಚಿತ್ತದಿಂದಿರಲು. It may be solo or it may be ಗೆಲುವು. You may face the worst situation in your life, or you may have the best situation in your life. What should be your attitude? You should not go above 6, you should not go below 3. 6ಕ್ಕೆ ಏರಬಾರ್ದು, 6ಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಏರಬಾರ್ದು, 3ಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬರಬಾರ್ದು. ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲರ್ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಕನ್ನಡ. 6ಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಏರಬಾರ್ದು, 3ಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಇಳಿಬಾರ್ದು. ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ a balanced sense. You should learn to balance yourself. You should have a sense of proportion. It is very important. If you have that sense of proportion, then only you can manage the worst situation. You should be able to handle yourself. So if you are able to handle yourself, then you can come out of any worst situation in your life. So Vijayalakshmi Pandit says that it is equally important. So we say that our heart is free from hatredness. ನಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀ ದ್ವೇಷ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ದ್ವೇಷ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಸುಮ್ಮನಿದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಚೀವ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಚೀವ್ಮೆಂಟ್? Achievement is to balance, to learn to balance ourselves, to learn to have a sense of proportion. Okay, children, I hope that you have understood this lesson very well, and I also want all of you to remember this best advice of Mahatma Gandhi ji, that is, no one can harm you except yourself. Thank you very much.